Hello, and welcome to 2805-2807 Accomac, here in the Fox Park neighborhood of St. Louis. This is actually what looks to be a purpose-built two-family, built in 1891, and is over 3,000 square feet. Has a first floor unit, which is, I believe, a two-bedroom unit, and that one, it does have a tenant in it. So today we're going to be looking at the second and third floor, which are a very spacious masonette type style flat. This is one of those buildings that looking at, you can't really tell if it was designed as a house or as a two-family when you first look at it. It has the proportions of a four-square, but as we get closer to it, you'll be able to see from the detailing that it was indeed designed as a two-family from the get-go. Have this beautiful red brick archway with curved brick pillars. And then, as we look up, have the penny tile, or the hexagonal tile rather, unglazed, with a border here on the porch. And then here's the inside of these arches. It's a really nice entranceway. And then you can see here the main entryway of the house with a different style inlay here, a little bit higher grade. But looking at the way one goes into the upstairs, this original door, and the fact that this is the banister is designed, it appears, this does look like it was built as a two-family from the very beginning. See, there's a transom above the door. So this building did not have very much information on it online. Like I say, there was a wedding announcement in the 20s, and then it was listed for rent back in the 20s as well, and then was relisted again in the 50s. Both times the two-family. Then in the 1990s, it was for sale after a renovation. So much of the reconfigurement work was done in the 1990s. You can see the plaster ceiling has been removed because these are both part of the same unit. And it gives you an idea of how these buildings were constructed. First of all, look at the wood that was used. These joists are actually legitimate, looks like 2x8s or 2x10s. I can't really tell from this height, but they're not the squishy 2x10s that are actually 1.5 by 8 inches or whatever they'd be nowadays, as much as they keep shrinking wood. Subfloor underneath. Very large living room. Open to the dining presently. Probably would have had a wall and pocket doors and what have you originally. And I believe this little area here, let me not show myself in the mirror, would have likely been a little box room or office, because it walks out to its own private balcony. And this is only one of the private balconies here. Little breakfast table. And we are on a cul-de-sac here of all very large properties. So again, although this was built as a two-family, it was likely originally designed as a two-family for a multi-generational family or such. It was a little nicer than you'd build just as a pure rental property. Coming around, we do have the bay window here in the dining room. And again, you can see what used to be the fireplace there as well. Main bathroom through here. And we have a large jet tub shower. Vanity and toilet. And again, although the first renovation was done in the 1990s. You can see it's been renovated again since. But quite a few little Easter eggs, like the stained glass above the basement door. And we have the laundry area and furnace here, concealed by, it looks like that was probably a pocket door that was reconfigured from what I can tell. And then very good sized kitchen. With again, a little breakfast area here. And down here we have the main floor bedroom, which is likely always where the bedroom was. And this property always had a second floor, which we'll go up to now. Again, one of the reasons many of these properties were renovated was in order to redo the wiring. Unfortunately, to rewire a property like this, the plaster usually has to come down unless you're good at fishing wire. And this would have likely been 2 extra bedrooms originally, but the previous owner had reconfigured it into a very large owner's suite. And they kept the original wood to use as a beamed ceiling here, which is a nice touch. Have a sitting area. Double closets. Cedar closet here. There's a TV. This area could probably be upgraded into a proper wet bar if so desired, or an extension to this sink wet bar anyway. And then we do have a second bathroom up here. Again. And this one has an oversized sit shower built into the roof line, as you can see. One thing that immediately hit me here is just how cold it is in this unit. Even in this upstairs area with the vaulted ceiling, the air conditioning really works great, which is not something that's common when you have a building which is built into the rafters of the ceiling. Oftentimes, this upstairs can be hot. But again, that's one of the benefits of having the vaulted ceiling up there too. And then coming outside is the rear terrace. It's a good view, including of downtown. And this will give you an idea of some of the things I talk about too. So this is one of the membrane style roofing methods, which is very similar to like a pool liner. So it's a really thick material. And here it's underneath these caps, these ridge caps, which are clay. Those would have been original to the house. Sometimes they're there, oftentimes they're not. And then you can see here the peaked architectural shingle roof on the main house as well. There's a garage behind us, which I'll show briefly. I'm not going to get too close to the edge there. But it gives you a really nice view over the local area. And again, that brings us back inside here. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like and subscribe, and let me know if there's any other types of properties you'd like to see. Thank you.